everyone. Okay, we're about a minute. I just wanted to come on a minute or so early like everybody else was and have you give me the old thumbs up if you can see me, hear me clearly. If there's any issues, let me know. So if you can comment below. I just realized that for some reason on my phone I can't see you guys commenting, so I'm gonna have to open up my computer, and I have this problem all the time when I do Facebook Live on my phone. So I'm glad I came on just a smidge, even though it's time for action right now. So bear with me. Oh, I do see somebody. Okay, so hi, hello. If you wouldn't mind letting me know if you could hear me though. Oh, good to go? Okay, thanks, Edie. All right, hey everyone. Good morning, good afternoon. I know that you guys are all in different places. So it's my morning here, so I'm just kind of threw myself together real fast for this party, and I'm really excited to be here, guys. This is exactly what I needed for this year. So I cannot wait to go back to, hi everyone! Oh my God, I love you all. Look at all these beautiful people on. I'm so excited. So this is, okay, I'm going to tell you guys a little secret. All these other superstar directors, we were on a little page that Edie created, and everybody was like, oh my God, I'm so nervous. Well, you know what's so crazy? The only time I'm not nervous is when I'm with all of you guys. If I were to do the same thing for somebody else that isn't in Scentsy, I'd be like, but you guys make me so happy, and I know that you guys, you know, we all love each other, and no matter if we mess up or not, or don't forget to say something that's important, you know what? We're all human, right? So I'm going to do the best that I can, and there's lots of information to share. So the one thing I'm going to share is don't forget to do your own research, even though don't think of these as just like law and that there's nothing else to learn, because an hour is not you can't get everything you need to get in an hour. So watch them again and go to the training center. And I haven't watched all the other ones, just so you guys know. So if everybody said the same thing, ditto. Okay, I did say Laura talking about coffee though, so she reminded me I needed some coffee. Okay, fundraising, OMG. When I got fundraising, I was so grateful because, do you know, that's one of the biggest reasons why I joined Scentsy. I needed money so bad, but for some reason, when my sponsor talked to me about how Scentsy does fundraisers for, at the time it was autism, and all these different causes, I was like, oh my gosh, I want to be a part of that. Like, that gave me confidence. Nothing gave me confidence but that. Like, I didn't think I knew what I was doing or anything, or that I would. It was just the thought of contributing to a cause of some sort or helping people. I was like, I could do that. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to do it. And so that's what gave me the courage to actually join. It's a funny little story. Okay, so fundraising. This is still to this day one of my favorite things to do. And I'm not going to lie, it's a little bit of work. It takes work. It takes communication. It takes planning. And pretty much that's what it is. It's planning and communication and a little bit of research. So we're going to talk about those things. But the result of, oh my gosh, hi. Okay, now I'm getting nervous because there's so many people on here, but that I absolutely love. So I love you guys. Anyways, so the results of all your hard work, just like everything else in your boot camp 30, whoop, whoop. Okay, sorry, you guys are giving me squirrels. All right, so the results that you get, just like any other, oh, did I even introduce myself? It says on the top, Jess Markowitz, okay? I'm a superstar director from Las Vegas. So anyways, you guys are gonna have to watch this again because I'm all over the place. I've only had like 2 sips of this. Can you believe that? I'm just so excited. Okay, you think I'm like crazy. I know, that's all right. I'm high on Scentsy. I've needed to be high on Scentsy for a long time. Okay, so just like anything else in Scentsy, the work that you put in, you may feel like you're laying all this ground floor and you're like, well, what for? I'm not seeing actually a result immediately. The cool thing about a fundraiser is you see an immediate result with the PRV that you get that counts towards your incentive trip, which, that's why we're here, right? That's why it's so important to plan your fundraisers strategically around your incentive trips. The cool thing is all incentive trips land around the time that holidays are going to be around. And well, there's holidays, all through the year. Okay, people are messaging me. I love you guys, but you're totally distracting me, and you can see I'm ADD, so I love you guys. I will watch your messages in a sec. I'll read your messages later. And I'm surprised I keep staying on track for getting so many scrolls of my own, especially. So, immediate results. If you strategically plan your fundraisers around incentive trips, you'll know that you're going to get a higher volume. Obviously, we hope that's the goal. Not all of them are going to get high volume, guys. I've gotten fundraisers and like 2 people participated. So don't think that I've had my success because everybody sells $8,000. Here's a secret. I've never had that high of a fundraiser. The highest I've ever had was $5,000. And that's great for me. And that has helped me earn all of my trips, okay? Hello, Mykonos, Greece. That's when I started my fundraisers, my big fundraisers. That was big for me. So there's people, I know Edie has huge fundraisers. So it doesn't mean that it's not successful. It doesn't mean it's not going to be contributing to your results, okay? Because when I said that you may feel like you're laying all this groundwork down and nothing's happening, because here's another reality. You may not earn the incentive trip or the top 100, but it's going to get you further in your business, okay? So if you feel that way, now we never say I can't. The biggest thing that you have to remember in this business itself, in fundraising and earning your incentive trip, is believing it's possible. You have to visualize yourself there. If you don't visualize yourself there, you won't get there. I'm going to tell you that right now, okay? But if that happens, always think of the positive. What did I learn? How did I grow in the business? Who are the people I met? Yes, I'm going to get down to the nitty gritty of how to do fundraisers, I promise you. But I'm trying to convince you how important fundraisers are and how worth they are, okay? So, let's just hypothetically say you didn't get the top 100 or whatever incentive level that you're earning for. Today we're talking about Reach for the Beach, okay? The aftermath of a fundraiser can be huge, ginormous for your business. Because guess what? Those are all people that you will have never, ever met. Never met. Because you have no connections to them. You have no relationships with anybody that are buying from those fundraisers. Because they're friends of friends of friends, right? They're family of friends of family of friends. So they live in other states. Maybe they live in another country that you can still sell to. Who knows? But so you have an opportunity to expand your business in ways that are almost impossible if you don't do fundraisers, okay? There's ways to do that. Believe me, but it's all lots of communication, lots of follow-up, which still are included in fundraising. But, if you want to recruit in another state, if you want to build your business in another state with clients in other states, hosts in other states, it takes a long time. But fundraising can give you a list, a book, who knows how big the fundraiser is, of people that you would have never, ever met. And they knew people you never, ever would have met. And they know, and you know the spiel, okay? So fundraising is amazing for your business. But let's remember about our core value, generosity, okay? You can go on your top 100 trip. You can go to Mexico in January. You can be making tons of money with Scentsy. But I'm going to tell you with my experience, and I am sure that every superstar director on here that is sharing with you will vouch for me and back me up on this. The true fulfilling part of this business is contributing to others, is helping others. And when you know you are writing a check for an organization, a team, whatever, a family that's in need, to help them out, to get their jerseys for that team for that year, to put food on the table for the family who possibly maybe the parents are sick, or the one parent is sick and so the other one can't afford to put food on the table anymore because they're the only breadwinner. To help an organization that is dear to your heart and hand over a check. Now, it shouldn't matter how big or small that check is. Like I said, I've had people that 2 packets were turned in and one had like a room spray on it. So you can see how fat that donation was, right? But I still took pride in the fact that I tried and that my heart was in the right place. And guess what? That's X amount of dollars more than that organization had. And you get to say, I tried, I did that. I contributed, no matter how big or small. Have you ever been in church or your synagogue or wherever you donate and you only had, or walking through Walmart and during the holidays and the guy with the little ringing bell, and you only had change on you and you had like a quarter and like a penny or something, but you still contributed, right? And it still felt good because you gave what you could. Same idea, guys. Same idea. Okay, I did a fundraiser last year for the Ronald McDonald House. Yay! They took great care of us when my son was sick. I was able to donate $90 and it felt so good. Oh, bless their hearts for taking care of your son. I hope he's better. And yes, anything helps. It shows your gratitude, which is our core value. Gratitude, okay? Is it gratitude? Authenticity, simplicity, and generosity. Thank you. I was like, that didn't sound right. But generosity is gratitude. To be generous, you have to have gratitude, right? In the opportunity to give. In the opportunity that the fact that you get to build your business in the future through an opportunity to give. What other business gives you that opportunity? Whatever other opportunity in life gives you that opportunity. Let's face it. I know it sounds crazy, but this business, Scentsy, that you are in gives you the fulfilling life needs that we need in life. I wrote it down. Oh, crap. Excuse my language. I'm sorry, guys. Excuse me for saying that. But sometimes that happens, and I know we were all talking about making sure we don't say anything inappropriate.
Wow, some of you guys are making me super jelly. You said the Starbucks word. That's one of my favorites.
Oh, I just clicked on Laura. You guys heard that. She's so sweet, huh? She's adorable. All right, anyways, let's move on. But there are 5 needs of the human being, and I wish I thought I put it right here. Contribution is one of them, guys. Contribution. That is one of the needs that to be fulfilled in life. So if you are feeling empty, if you're feeling empty in life, you just feel like nothing satisfies you, it's because it's a lack of contribution somewhere. That is that's how humans fill their cup, is through contribution. Whether we think that's what we need or not, we may think we need a new car. We may, because our car just broke down. We may think that we need, I don't know, more money to pay our bills because we can't pay our bills. But the truth is, I truly believe in my bottom of my heart is I needed money more than anybody. I had 2 nickels to rub together when I joined Scentsy. I literally charged my credit, my last 90, it was like $115 for my credit card, but all I was thinking about is contributing. So I know that thought process and what was in my heart is what gave me this blessing in Scentsy. The success that I've had is because I started my business off with the right mindset. I didn't know that, but I did, and I could literally boil that back down. Okay, where are we on with time? 15 minutes. All right, that's like my whole you gotta do fundraisers, guys, spiel. Okay. Let me get, so here's a little thing. Nothing is perfect. My printer broke yesterday when I was about to print out all my notes. And I'm like, really? This is perfect. But guess what? I can read them from another, I have my little laptop right here. So that's an example, is don't let anything get in your way. Don't let anything stop you. Work around it. Find another path to take. Because let me tell you, there's going to be a lot of things that are hiccups in this business and in your life. As you know, we're all grown adults. We've all had enough hiccups, right? You like my bun? Anyways, okay, so fundraisers. How do we get fundraisers? Fundraisers there's so many different ways. I'm going to tell you the way I got my first big fundraiser that I do every single year. Oh, awesome. It's your local fire EMS departments. That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, start with local organizations and write yourself up a proposal. I have like a proposal template, guys, that I created a long time ago that has all the basics, and then I basically mold it to be specific to whatever organization that I'm introducing myself to, that I'm proposing a fundraising opportunity to. So the easier you make it for yourself, that you just have it already saved in a template, then you don't feel like if there's an opportunity that presents itself out of nowhere, that you're like, oh my God, where do I start? What do I do? So you can go home and be like, oh, okay, I have this template, so and I'll upload it to the page that I can start with, and then I could just finagle it to work for this specific organization. So yes, look, we're reaching out to local organizations that may need fundraising opportunities. Examples, obviously all your charity places that that's what they're there for, is to raise money for. Like we have one called, oh God, it just went out of my brain. Dory moment. Anyways, it doesn't matter to you. But anyways, they represent and support children and adults with autism. And Down syndrome. Oh, sorry, it was Down syndrome, not autism. But there obviously are lots of autism nonprofits out there. There are, cancer. There's children with cancer. My whole group, we focus on one that's called Nevada, Children with Cancer of Nevada. And we have a team member that her son is suffering from cancer. So that's obviously really close to our group's heart. So we contribute in any way that we can every year. This last year, we went to Smith's which is a grocery store here in Vegas. I don't know if you guys have a Smith's, but, and we talked to the manager and asked if we could set up a booth and raise money. And let me tell you guys, we raised $1,000 in a day. And it had nothing to do with Scentsy per se, but it felt so good. We wore our Scentsy gear. I got clients because people saw Scentsy there and they're like, oh my gosh, you're a Scentsy consultant. I've been looking for one. And so there's lots of different ways to show that generosity and contribution that don't directly link to Scentsy. So that's a side note, but we're trying to earn you some points. So you can use, and then we donated that $1,000 towards the foundation for the Children with Cancer of Nevada. But because we did that, they include us in any type of a charity event that they do that have booths to help, say, raise money, okay? And we could also sell our products there. And then we can sell a percentage or donate a percentage of our profit or all, whatever you want. So it's really up to you of how you're going to work your percentages and donations if you do an event that way, if you set up a booth and raise money and by selling your products. If you're trying to earn an incentive trip, you want to be able to put that PRV back into your workstation, and this will give you points for your sales, right? So I suggest if you're doing a fundraiser that way, you only donate a portion of your commission, because then you'll be out nothing. Now, again, it depends on what you're looking for. If you're really just trying to donate as much as you can, you are able to commit to donate all your commission. A lot of people ask me that, well, how does this work? How do we donate our money? I'll get to that, but just so you know, you are the one that's donating your commission. Okay, so I'm going to get to that, Stephanie. How much do we pay out of pocket? Thank you. I know. I love my sweater too. I just got it in the mail like a week ago. I bought it like 4 months ago. Anyways, okay, so another way is you could do fundraisers through parties, because one of my first fundraisers I've ever done is that, oh, thank you, Nina. There's a fundraising group also for anyone who may be interested, she said. Yes, that has tons of information on fundraising. Okay, so definitely add yourself to that Facebook group. And it gives you tons of tools, tons of ideas, strategies. There's templates. There's everything you could think of. The first fundraiser I ever did, I had no idea what I was doing, guys. No clue. No idea. I just went straight to my training center and looked up fundraising, and I did the best I could. It worked out good, but every fundraiser that I do, I get better and better at it, right? I learn things from it. So don't think that this, me talking to you today or training that you're going to do on the fundraiser, you're going to be this perfect, everything's going to be squeaky clean. That's not the case. You're going to have to learn how to deal with the coordinators, with the fundraisers, and you'll learn that with experience. I'll give you some tips, but just remember, don't go into anything thinking that it's going to be perfect and it's going to be exactly the way you wanted it to. It's going to be the way it's supposed to be, right? Can you get the link? Yeah, we'll post that, or maybe Nina can post it in the comments later. I don't have access to do that right now since I'm on live, okay? But yeah, we'll definitely post that, Cynthia, because that's a very, very good, resource. Okay, so I'm going to get to that. I know I only have not enough time, so I'm going to stop blabbing and really get down to. So ways to do fundraisers, and to find fundraisers. You could do a home party and turn it into a donation of, to whatever cause. One of the first ones I did, a mutual friend of mine who I had been trying to get to book a fundraiser, a home party for years, and she just wouldn't do it. I didn't know why. But I was asking the wrong question. Thanks, Edie. I knew you would. I was asking the wrong questions. She didn't care about getting free credit and getting Scentsy half-off items. She really didn't. She really felt uncomfortable asking people for money. That was just what was going on in her head. She's still not a consultant, by the way, to this day, and she'd be amazing at it, but she just has stuff in her head. But when I talked to her about our mutual friend who had a son that had a brain tumor, which broke both of our hearts, I go, you want to do a fundraiser for her? And she was like lit up. She's like, oh my God, yes. And this lady knew everybody. She's a good friend of mine, but she knows everybody in town. So we had a $1,000 donation fundraiser home party. Okay. She felt fine inviting people to a fundraiser. She invited a lot of people, and we ended up being able to donate $1,000. Now, at that home party, everyone, I met a coach to a volleyball team for a high school here in Vegas. And it took me a year to build a relationship with her as a consultant and her as a client, for her to trust me that I would do what I said I was going to do, right? Donate my money, fulfill the orders on time, be able to handle a fundraiser. Does that make sense? You have to remember, coordinators, they need to be able to trust you. Just like they say, people do business with people they know, trust, and respect. Know, trust, respect. It takes a while to get to know somebody, right? Definitely a little bit more to trust them, and then respect them. It takes time. So it took me a year to get all three of those, for her to say, let's do a fundraiser for my school. Now I do them twice a year. I'm about to do one for her boys volleyball team in March, because we're going to focus on the Mother's Day. And then I do everyone for her girls team, varsity team, in the fall. Excuse me, I have something in my throat. So we have home parties that you can contribute to a cause, which at the time we donated money to a child in need, their family. You can do schools, but interesting enough, you can meet people in different ways. So definitely make sure you ask what people do at those home parties, guys, because if they don't know you do fundraisers, they're not going to be able to offer that opportunity to you, or you to them, right? So, definitely get excited. I offered the fundraiser immediately, but it took a while for her to trust me. Now, it may not take that long for some people. And it didn't for my very first fundraiser. I walked into a school, guys. it was literally like a month into my business, and I walked into a school. It was a daycare center, and I gave my proposal, and I said, I'm a local consultant. I would love to do some fundraising for your school. If you have a fundraising opportunity coming up, this is my information. I'd love to meet with your director or whoever handles that. And it was really that simple, guys. It may not be that simple every time. I've done the same thing, and I've got to know. Thank you. We do our fundraisers. We have what we do, and they're very stuck on what they do fundraisers with. But that's the same thing as, you just keep going until you get a yes. And that one was during fundraising time. Father's Day. And it ended up being a really good, fundraiser. I was able to donate $400. That was more, their eyes lit up. They didn't expect $400. So there's lots of different opportunities. You could go online and look up organizations. If you don't know your organizations in your area, look online. Ask people. I put the ask me about fundraising stickers on everything, because if they don't know we do fundraisers, then they're not going to ask, right? Definitely talk to them, people about them at your home parties. Put information inside your basket party hostess pamphlets, binders, or whatever you guys use. But the point is, people don't know that you do fundraisers unless you let them know, okay? Unless you ask for it. Posting cute little flyers on Facebook saying, ask me about fundraising with Scentsy. Make sure you put the independent Scentsy consultant logo on there if you just use that slogan. Okay, so let's see. What did she say? Edie just messaged me. I'm probably running late. Oh, she's just saying who's up. Okay. All right. Let's say that you got somebody that's interested in doing a fundraiser for you. What is the first step? You need to schedule a meeting with them. Okay. You need to find out what they're looking for, because you want to make sure you could break down what they need to sell in order to get that contribution donated to them. Okay. So for instance, I have a little breakdown for them in my, losing everything, in my little proposal that says, if you sell up to $19.99.99, you're going to get 20% commission. Now, where that comes from is you get a 5% sales bonus anytime, any month you sell $2,000. So you're going to get a bonus. Now, I usually save that 5% because, now the 20%, let's back up. Sorry. If you are certified, if you've sold over $1,000, if this is the very first thing you do in Scentsy, you automatically get certified, right? Which bumps you to 25% in commission. Now, you save that 5% to pay yourself back for any materials that you use in order to prepare for the fundraiser. Stickers, showcase brochures, fundraising envelopes. That's not the new ones. These are the showcase brochures. Oh, upside down. So you get 25 to a pack for $3 or something like that in the family store. Now, everybody does fundraising different, guys. Some people don't use the whole catalog. Some people just do fundraisers for scent circles. Some people do car bar fundraisers. Now, I'm not going to get into all those and how they work because we would be here till next Tuesday. But I'm going to tell you the one that I use the most, and that is the showcase brochure, because I'm giving them the opportunity to buy everything, because you're missing out on $130 to $150 order on a diffuser when they, if you're only giving them the option to buy a 6-pack of scent circles when they would have bought a diffuser, that's hurting your opportunity, right? Of commission and donation. So that's what I always offer and suggest to my coordinators. And then I will also break down all the different small items that people have to choose from, so they don't feel like they have to buy $150. I love you, Laura. Thank you. So are you. but then they still have $3. If they don't have a lot of money to donate, they can buy a $3 scent circle. Or maybe they just need a light bulb for $2. Who knows? But they're contributing in some way. Now, once you sell over $2,000, then you get your 5% bonus. Okay? And again, that's any month. If you're brand new to Scentsy and you don't know that, any month that you sell $2,000, you will get a 5% bonus and get 30% in commission. I like 30% better than 25, just saying. And then you will be able to donate 25%, okay? And you save that 5% to pay yourself back. Now, you don't even have to buy the fundraising flyer, envelopes from Scentsy if you don't want to. You can buy regular manillas. The only reason why I like to use the ones from Scentsy, this is the way my brain works. It doesn't have to be that way for you. For me, everything's on there. They break things down for you. You don't have to do anything, to be honest with you. It's more worth my money and time to buy the ones that are already ready and has all the information on it that I'm going to write on my manila envelope anyways, because time is money, guys, right? The time that you're going to take to write down what they need and to remind them and all that stuff is already on the envelopes. Plus, remember, we have to build trust and respect from our clients. The more professional it looks, the more they trust you. I'm just going to tell you that right now. So these people you're selling to in the fundraiser, these are your future clients, right? They're your customers today, which means a one-time purchase, but we're trying to build them into a client, which means you have a relationship with them. Now, the more professional you look, the more they trust that this is a business to you. This isn't just I'm doing it today and we'll see if I'm here tomorrow. You're lucky if when you're ready to order, I'm a consultant anymore. You're telling them I'm not going anywhere. This is my business. And it shows that you have Scentsy backing you up. Because people think of Scentsy direct sales sometimes is not very professional, not very respectable, because that's all the shenanigans they've heard back in the day from all the other direct sales companies that go under. But we're showing ourselves that Scentsy takes the time to create all these materials for us to really truly contribute and run a very successful business. Again, that's just my opinion. But I want you to look at it that way. And I really want I want to encourage you to think about time is money. Oh, thank you. I'm really into the whole messy bun look. I need that messy bun shirt that American Hero learns. I love you, Martha. All right, so where are we at? We are talking about scheduling the meeting. Because if you don't know what they want, if they are looking to buy a brand new, gymnasium or something, right? I mean, that's a lot of money. So you can break down how much they have to, sell in Scentsy in order to get that contribution. It's not like it's impossible. It's just a lot of work. And a lot of people that would have to sell a lot. Basically, you would have to do the math for them of if they want to, let's do a smaller number than like a gymnasium. Let's just say they're trying to get $1,000. Okay. So if they wanted a contribution of $1,000, they would have to, let's say that they're just getting, I should have done this math already. I know, guys, bear with me. Let's just do, they raised $4,000, right? So they would get $1,000 in their 25% donation. So then what you would do is you would break down for them, okay, how many people are participating or that you anticipate to participate. Then you would break down, so let's say $4,000, and then let's say that there is 40 kids participating. They'd all have to sell $100. That's not a lot. We all know that's not a lot. So what I do is I bring in a example breakdown of what they can sell in order to meet their goal. So I do different examples. I'll say 1 diffuser, X amount of packages, 2 perfect Scentsys, little things like that. X amount of Scentsy buddies. If it's during a holiday season, I will say, like, say I'm doing the Mother's Day coming up. So I will basically put together items that they would put into a package or a gift bundle that would be their mom's gift or whatever, and break it down. So they would see how simple that is. Oh, I could sell $100. And you're going to get your rock stars. Okay, thank you. You're going to get your rock stars that say, that go and sell $500. Now, I always do this is just me. You don't have to. Remember, and there's two ways to do it. I do some type of a goal for a prize for people that earn their goals, okay? I would suggest to goal each participant a little bit more than the $100, because then the people that don't reach $100, it'll be made up somewhere else, okay? Let's see. I'm trying to, when you are actually breaking down what they need to do, make sure that you have a time set up for the actual participants to meet with you as well, okay? Because you want to be able to sell the idea to them and explain to them how to sell it to other people, because they're basically like your sales consultants, right? They're out there like they're hostesses. They may be teenagers. They have no idea. They may be kids. Obviously, the kids usually pass the packet on to the moms, but giving them ideas of how to get this product out there, bring it to work, pass it from mom to dad 1 week to dad the next week. Also set up a fundraising link online so grandpa from New York can go on and buy up, all his grandkids some Scentsy buddies, whatever. And also encourage the coordinator to put the link up on any Facebook page they may have. Nowadays, every organization has a Facebook page, so they can get random orders that way as well. And then you can go on Facebook Live, possibly if they add you as an administrator, and get it all excited, talk about it, let them know there's a warning of, hey, tomorrow's the last day to get your orders. Make sure you gather them up, get your payments in if there's any questions, so they feel like you're there through the process, even though you're not, okay? I also use an app called Remind. It's actually a teacher's app that most of your teachers, if you're doing a fundraiser for schools, they're already going to have it. And I ask them to set up a group for just the people that are participating in the fundraiser, so I can do blast and add me. So as an organizer, or I'll do it myself depending on the coordinator if they let me, and then I'll put guess what's this just sold out, or this is available, grab it online while you can. I can't guarantee that it's available when you turn in your orders. Sometimes I don't talk about promotions, especially if it's during the holidays, because I don't want people upset. But if I do add holiday flyers, I will put in a huge sticker, while supplies last. Please provide information if these sell out before the close of your fundraiser. Just so it's not on me. I'm telling you, this may not be available when I close your order. And then I put a little, if you would like to make sure you don't miss out, please order online at. Make sure it makes sense. Just the more detailed, the more verbalization you give, you're covering your back, but you're also communicating, and they feel like they know what's going on. Make sure that I always give a close date of the fundraiser of picking up packets a few days before I'm actually going to close it. A few days. If it's going to close on, let's say, the 19th, or if I'm picking up packets on the 19th, I'm not closing it until the 23rd, which is 3-4 days later. 1, so I can go through everything. 2, so I can make sure all the checks are deposited and cleared, because I don't want no checks bouncing on me, right? And if you have any credit card issues, you can call them, you can square it out. If any orders are I don't know if they want a travel tin and clean breeze or actually that's not an issue anymore because bars are $6. But you know what I mean. If there's any unclear order that you don't know what they want, you can call them up and clear it up before you're going to close your order. Also, another reason is because you can collect straggling orders from those teenagers that are like, oh yeah, I forgot my packet at home, or it's in my car, man. It's in the middle of the seat, and I don't feel like going to my car. So you can, come like the day after or 2 days later, so get your coordinator to get on those people to say, hey, I need you to get those orders in. Here's a little tip that I learned from my coach that I work with every year. She's like, lays the hammer down. If you don't mind asking them, and I don't mind asking, because remember, materials are money, right? Encourage them to bring their packets back even if they don't order or participate. Because that's money, that's order forms, that's flyers you could use somewhere else, right? And if you explain that to them, and what I tell my coach, her specifically, I say, if I get most of the packets back, I will be able to give you more of a contribution. That's just me. I give her like 1 or 2 more percentage because that's less money out of my pocket, right? That I have to reorder on the next fundraiser. So it kind of like gives her an incentive to get on her team to, you better get these. I don't care if you participate or not, you better get me my packets. I usually get the envelopes all back and mangled, but everything inside is good so I can reuse it. So that's a really big tip. Payments, because I only have like 5 minutes. This is really huge. Now, again, I'm sorry that I didn't spend a lot of time on content, but I really just want to encourage you that researching fundraisers, doing it, no matter how scared you are, is going to be a huge contribution to your getting yourself to Mexico, okay? And beyond, and future incentives, because you're growing your business with new clients. But the final thing I want to talk about is, how do we pay them? Because a lot of people don't know, right? So we get paid on the 10th of every month. So I encourage you to start a fundraiser. If you can, encourage your coordinator to start the fundraiser as early in the month as possible. So you can give it a good week or maybe 2 weeks if they, that's what works out best for the situation. Then you have a whole week to do the straggling packets to close. And then if anything happens, you still have a couple days to close your order before the end of the month. Now, the biggest reason why you want to do it early in the month is because then they'll be paid off of whatever you did. Let's say you're doing a fundraiser in February this month. They'll be paid in March. Now, we get paid March 10th, right? I don't tell them I'm going to deliver on March 10th because that money has to be transferred to my bank account. Takes about a day and a half, depending on maybe 2, depending on when it lands. So I will tell them that I am delivering on the 15th. That gives me plenty of time to package my orders, if you want to wait till then, it's up to you. You could tell them you'll deliver the check and the orders all at once, so it saves you a trip, especially if it's far away. That's up to you. It depends on when they need their products back. If it's holidays and you need to just get them their products. But anyways, I'm not going to rush, and you may have a full-time job. You've got kids, you've got sports, you've got all this, you're running your other business, but your Scentsy full-time business. You can't just jump on the 10th and run down and give them a check, right? First of all, it's impossible because it has to transfer. Second of all, unless you're going to go and withdraw all this money out of your Scentsy card, which I don't know. I want to write them a check for documentation. On the check that you write, make sure that you write for marketing purposes. Marketing. That is how you're going to be able to write it off as a tax deduction, okay? If you just write your check to anybody, guess what? It won't be tax deductible because it's not for a business purpose. It looks like it's just from the kindness of your heart, okay? So make sure that you are writing it out for marketing, and that's where you're going to deduct it from your tax deduction expenses. Get a copy of the check. I personally I write out like a receipt, so they will, their name, I received it on, they sign it. This is how much, this is the check number, and everything is signed by both of you. You give them a copy, I get a copy, and the copy I keep is for my records, for my, my expenses, for my write-offs, okay? This is basically about my time. I am going to go back and watch everybody's questions, but the biggest key is to stay connected with the coordinator as much as possible. Touch base with them, find out if everything's going okay, any way that you can get as much communication with your participants as possible. I write a list when I'm writing out when I'm handing out packets. You'll see on the Scentsy ones, there's a 1 of 40, 2, and then you put 2 of 40. And then I have a list that when I check it out, I have their name, their phone number, and their email address. I ask for their cell specifically because if you don't ask, they may not give it to you. So you can be communicating with them. You know, hey, how's it going? Do you need any tips? Whatever. And then you are going to have a lot more successful fundraiser. Okay. Again, it's not going to be perfect. There's going to be things you forgot to do. It's okay. The goal is to try to earn as much donation as possible for your organization. And then, of course, anything that you raise is going to be more towards your Mexico trip, PRV, right? And then my last thing I'm going to tell you, the people that fundraise well, that bring you back good packets, okay, are your most, best future hostesses and consultants, because they already know how to collect orders. They already know how to talk to people, okay? They have a built-in clientele already. If they bring you home if they bring you back a $500 packet or more, they've got a clientele for their Scentsy business. So that's how you explain to them that, you know what, this is something you may want to consider, because all these people, they know you, they don't know me yet. So they're going to need to reorder, and it's going to be a lot easier for them to order from you. And you're going to be able to continue to fundraise for your child's jerseys through your Scentsy business. And if you want, you could maybe, get extra income for whatever else you want if that's not what your concern is. So the more you communicate with your hostesses, the people that are bringing back packets, the more likely you're going to get more fundraising out of it, more hosted opportunities, and future consultants. Follow up. If you just place their order for the fundraiser, you put a lot of work into a small amount of what you could be getting into your business. Okay? I do a voicemail blast as soon as I close the order that says from slybroadcast.com, slybroadcast.com, and I say, thank you so much for participating in this fundraiser. Oh, it was so much fun. I love contributing to your cause. You'll be getting your orders in X amount of time, whatever. If you have any questions, please contact me at blah, blah, blah. And then after the orders come in, I start my follow-up process. Whatever your follow-up process is, which I'm sure there's a section on this in this live broadcast, start your process just like it's somebody you met at a home party or a basket party. Okay, that's my time. I love you guys. Happy fundraising, happy contribution, and I will see you all in Mexico eating the most juicy sweet fruit on the beach in the warm when everybody else is cold. Okay, bye everyone. Love you guys.